Hey everyone, welcome to House Call. I'm Dr. Ruben Brock. Before we get started, don't forget, subscribe to this channel so you know when new episodes are coming out. Ring the bell for notifications and don't forget to leave us a like. So a lot of students come to me and they'll ask me what they should do with their life. They'll tell me they have no idea what career path to choose. And so I want to talk to you young people today about choosing a career path. But keep in mind, this information would be helpful to anyone at any age if you find yourself wondering whether you're in the right career or thinking about making a change. So if you really have no idea what you want to do with your career path, the first thing you want to do is figure out what your interests are. And there are some tools out there that you can use to help you identify or triangulate your path. So I want to send you to what we call the Holland codes. If you just punch into Google, find my Holland code, you'll probably get a slew of websites that will give you a test that you can take that will help you identify your interests. But one website that I really like and I'm going to encourage you to go to is onet.org or onetonline.org. And I'll flash it on the screen so you know exactly what to put in there. But this is the Department of Labor website, and it will help you, but you'll take a test and it'll give you your Holland code. And what that will tell you is what types of things might be interesting for you as a career path. So once you have your interests and you're going to have a list of possible careers, what you want to do is then do some research on those careers and figure out which one you might like. So in other words, if it says you might be a good carpenter, you might also be a good contractor, and so on and so forth, you have some careers to choose from, and then you want to do some research to figure out, okay, well, does that sound like something I would like? And so the next step there is identifying the possible careers. And so I'm going to give you some more steps. You're going to go to, I want you to try this, Occupational Outlook Handbook, and it's www.bls.gov/OOH for Occupational Outlook Handbook. Now this website I really like. What you can do here is you type in whatever you want to be. I'm going to be a surgeon. You type in surgeon, it'll give you all kinds of information on being a surgeon. It'll tell you what kind of education they need. It'll tell you, what types of things they do. It'll tell you how much money they tend to make, that kind of stuff. And so from that, those two websites, you can actually get a feel for, okay, what are the possible occupations out there for me? What are the possible careers? And what would that career kind of look like? Okay, but the next step is really important. I tell people all the time, when you're going to get advice, you need to get advice from someone who's actually done the thing that you want to do. So I encourage you to actually speak with someone who's in that career. And this is important. So no matter what career you want, from astronaut to secretary to barista, I don't care, whatever it is, there's someone out there who's already done it. And chances are you could talk to that person. And when I talk to young people, particularly in marginalized communities who don't always get exposure to certain careers, it's baffling to them when I tell them, listen, you want to be an engineer? Look up what engineering firms are in your area. Look up one of the engineers that works there, send them an email. Believe it or not, most people who have found success in their career are going to be willing to tell you, whether it's over the phone or in an email or sitting down over a cup of coffee, what it was like to get from where you are currently to where they are currently. And it's going to be important that you do that because you want to know realistically what the path to that career looks like. And the only way to get a realistic look is to talk to someone who's already done it. And so I want you to learn what it takes to get to that career. You got to figure out, do they need a college degree? Do they need a 2-year degree from a business or technical school? Do you need to go to a post-secondary kind of thing? Do you need graduate school or a terminal degree. So if you want to be a medical doctor, you're going to have to get an MD or a DO. But if you, let's say you want to be a plumber, you may not need to go to any formal, bachelor's degree or associate's degree program even. You go to a trade school, or you do an apprenticeship, you learn how to do the trade, and then you're on about your business. You want to know what the proper steps are, because if you want to be a plumber, you don't have to go to med school to do it. So you got to figure out which path makes sense for you, and you line up the steps to that path. And then the next step is going to be to get experience. Now, I know young people say, well, how do you get experience doing this, from where I am? Believe it or not, there are almost always going to be ways for you to get experience. You can shadow someone, right? So if you call me and say, hey, I'd like to find out what it's like to be a licensed clinician and do therapy with people. Well, you could come to my office and sit. Probably won't be able to sit in the sessions, but you could figure out what it looks like, what my day looks like. And that is getting you experience. So job shadowing is a cool way to get experience, but also internships, summer jobs, those kinds of things will give you a glimpse into what the life of this person looks like. It'll give you experience without you having to, go to med school and become a doctor to figure out, oh, I actually don't like this. And so try out those experiences so that you can figure out which path actually makes sense for you before you go too far down that path. And then the last thing I want to encourage you to remember is it's okay, and you need to let go of the idea of I might fail or I might choose the wrong career. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to change your mind. I tell young people all the time, don't make a plan B. Because when you introduce the idea of plan B, what you're saying is plan A might fail. And so I always encourage people, don't worry about a plan B, go with a plan A. And if you figure out that your plan no longer makes sense for your life, then switch gears and make another plan A. But don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid, what if I mess up? What if I change my mind? It's okay, because believe it or not, that it's not a race. It's not like if you change paths, you are somehow behind or have done something wrong. If you find yourself in a career that you don't like, change careers. You spend too much of your time in life, particularly in America, we spend a lot of our time at work. You want to be in a career that you actually like because it makes your life more enjoyable, more pleasing. And so, if you figure out that you've done it wrong, then switch gears. But as a young person, don't be afraid to go down a path and then figure out it didn't work for you, because then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to pivot and you go to something else. But I hope this is information. I wanted to give you concrete information that you could use so that you can find a career path that works for you. And if you have questions, don't be afraid to send them to me. Believe it or not, this is what I do, and I really enjoy helping young people. And so if you send me an email, brock@calu.edu or info@rubenbrock.com, I will literally help you. I'll send you an email and I'll attempt to get you sent on your way. So again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you know when we send out new information. Leave a like and ring the bell for notifications. And also do us a favor, and if you want us to cover anything, please send us a message so that we know what you want us to talk about. That's all I've got for today. For House Call, I'm Dr. Ruben Brock. Have a good one.